Hello guys, how is it going? How are you keeping up? I hope all is going on very smoothly. I hope you are still determined to pursue your program and get the maximum result that you need. Today we'll be looking at this new task 0 times 00 Python Hello World. This should be your first Python task if you are in this program. This should be your first Python task. It's quite easy. You just I think Python is easier than C. All you need is just to import from an already established library into the codes that you are writing. It's more or less just calling functions and then performing whatever that function is required to carry out. Okay, that being said, let's look at the solution video today. Today uh, we'll be using a different repository in this our task today. Like I always say, please, when you want to attend to your task, please go over your resources. Make sure you go through your resources, understand what it's talking about, make further researches, use Google, use renowned websites, Stack Overflow, and the rest of them. You will get more information about most of the things that are being um, explained to you here, just in case the resources aren't sufficient enough for you. Alright, this is a full textbook. This one right here is a full textbook. You might want to click on it and always refer to it to pick up one or two when you need them. Okay, this being said, let us look at the requirements. We need VI, Vim, or Emacs as our text editors. Remember your C tags, you always type your shebang code. It's more or less like the invocation of whatever you want to do. Without your shebang code, it will not work. Same applies to Python. Python has its own shebang code, which is this. You always have to put it at the beginning of the first line of your code in order for whatever you are calling to be able to be effective. Also, for the shell script, you also have a shebang code for that. Alright, your file will be Betty compliant. So let's quickly go into the quiz for those of us that might have one or two issues regarding the quiz. Okay, right. So the first task, if you take a close look at this, you will notice that the repository that we have been working with since the C task has changed. We are no longer going to work with the ALX low level programming. Now you are working with the ALX higher level programming. Okay, so you might want to go to your GitHub, create that repo, assign pick up go and generate a personal access token from the developer settings, I have included a Google document in the description of this video. Do well to look through the Google document. At the bottom of the Google document, I put step-by-step method that you could use to create and clone your repository from GitHub on your command line. Alright, so you need to go to GitHub, create that repo, just put the name of the repo, everything, the step-by-step instruction is there on the Google document. Put the name of the repo there. Once the name of the repo is there, you create it. You just need to go to settings, still in GitHub, go to the bottom of that stuff there. You'll be able, you will see a developer, you see a button, the developer settings. Just click on it, generate your personal access token, and follow the instructions that I gave on that Google document. Impute your impute the personal access token into the link that you see there, just the way that I wrote it down. And then you can come to your command line here and you do git clone. You can come to your command line and do git clone. Once that is done, please just a moment, I will need to reconnect my sandbox to my command line. I think it disconnected at some point. Okay, we will be moving this way. Okay, SSH, paste it here, password, paste it here. Okay, so let's quickly clear this off. Alright, so we are back. So you come to your command line. I always do my cd to the front. By the time I ls, you see that I've already cloned that repo and it is present here. ALX higher level programming, I've cloned it and it is present here. So you need to go there, create the repo first of all. When you create the repo, what's the next thing you do? You will come to your command line and you type git clone. I gave all the step-by-step instruction on that Google document that is there. Type git clone and then there is a link that is there that I showed you how to copy. You copy that link, you bring that link here after you've written git clone and paste the link here. Once you paste that link here and click enter, what you will see is a reply that says you appear to have cloned an empty repository. Once that is done, your repository is ready. You might want to quickly go and do your global user email configuration. The code is there. Let me show that to you. Here. This is what I was talking about. Alright, after all the codes for the tags, when you come down here, you will see the step-by-step instruction on how to do your git cloning, creating your repository and cloning it. Okay, this is the link I was talking about. So yes, this is the link that I was talking about. So when you generate your personal access token, you would need to replace this personal access token that I wrote here, replace it with your personal access token that you have generated. The reason for this is so that you don't have to be putting your password all the time when you want to git push. Alright, so once this is done, you click enter. That this thing will be created. This ALX higher level programming repo will be cloned on your CLI. Alright, then once that is done, you can also come down here. You follow all this step. Once this ALX higher level programming is cloned, you come here, you do your git config global user.email. You change this email here. Alright, leave the quotation mark, don't remove this quotation mark, but for that first link you remove the quotation mark that I used to enclose the link. That is this quotation mark here, this quotation mark here, and this quotation mark. Remove these ones. Okay. The reason why I just put it is for you to know that this is an entire item. This is one item. You need to copy everything and paste there, but don't paste it with the quotation mark. But in this case, do not remove your quotation mark. Just put your email, global user email. You put your quotation mark. You put your email, the one you used to create your GitHub. Put it there. After that, you do your global git config global user name. This is just to validate that it is you that is using whatever it is that they are using there. Okay, so it doesn't keep popping up questions and asking you one or two when you want to git add, git commit, and git push. All right. So that being said, we are going to, as usual, cd into the repository that we have created. So once this repo is created, the first thing you do is to cd into that repo, ALX higher level programming. You cd into it, and what's the next thing you do? As usual, you do your mkdir, and then you create this directory. All right, you create this directory. So as you know, it's going to tell me that it is already present because I have it. File exists because I have it. So what you need to do is to cd. For me, I will cd into it. For you, after creating it, then you will need to cd into 0 times 00 python hello world. Okay, so once you cd into this, remember what I said. Every time I want to start creating my file, I tend to first do my readme. It's the same thing here, nothing changes. So create your readme. Let me ls so that you see the content of this file. So as you can see them, there's a readme, there's list.h, there's this checkstar.c. This file here is the only .c file present here. Okay, and as you can see, it's the only file that is not executable. Okay, the content of this file is included in the Google documents that I have here, so you do well to just check it out and see what is there. You can always copy and put it there. Okay, so the same way we create our file using vi, you can start creating all of these files here. So we'll start with this 0-run.c, 0-run.c. I mean just 0-run, no .c, sorry. C has entered my tongue. Alright, so this is the content of it. Okay, Python and the rest of them. Okay, you'll see it also in that Google documents that I provided. Alright, so once you put the content, you save and quit. Alright, what next are you going to do? You will go and do the next one run underscore line. Alright, that's this file here. You go and create this file here. So you create it, you do the same for the next one. One good thing about Python is you might not necessarily need to start compiling just the way you compile in C. So you just create all the files, create all of these files to the very latter. Okay, there's something I'm going to tell you about Python once you are done creating all your files, and that's the fact that you have to make your files executable. Okay, you have to make your file executable. Remember to create this lists.h. Don't forget the s. It's not list.h, it's lists with s.h. Create your readme. Okay, then what next are we going to do here? After we are done creating, just before you push and just before you git add, git commit, and git push to GitHub, you might want to start doing your chi mode. To change the mode u plus x, use this code right here, change mode u plus x, then asterisk. That is going to change. If I click enter now, it will change everything, every file that is inside this directory to executable. By the time I do my ls, you will see that all of them have become executable, including the ones that were white before. They are all now executable. Okay, you want to change that, you do u chmod u minus x. If you want to change it for all of them, you do star. If you don't want to change it for all of them, you put the name of the file that you want to now change. In this case, I might want to change my readme. I want to also change my 10 check underscore cycle.c. I want to change my lists.h. One sec. I might want to change that palms.py. Okay, so right now I have changed all those files to non-executable file. By the time I ls, you can see that they are back to the way they were before. Alright, so with this now, you can this is you're required to make these files executable. It's part of the requirements in the tag, so don't forget to do that. Okay, so once that is done, you can now do your git add, git commit, and git push to your GitHub, and at this time all your codes should be correct. You can go and do your check and everything should work out fine. Alright, please let me know how this goes for you. If this video has helped you, be sure to subscribe, give us a like, and leave us a comment. If you need us to do anything, just let us know. We are always here to attend to whatever it is. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.